Hey everyone, JT from Dirtyberg here. I was going over something with a friend who was kind of confused on shunt versus VQ mismatch, and I figured I'd talk about it here. So it's difficult to understand sometimes the differences between the types of mismatch and dead space, which isn't talked about much, and shunting. Often they're used interchangeably, but there are differences in the actual etiology and how we're treating these respiratory patients. Just remember, there's no such thing as a shortness of breath patient. We may have a patient who's short of breath. That patient has an issue causing that shortness of breath. We treat that shortness of breath by properly assessing and finding out the issue causing it. We don't just escalate with every medication and device from low to high, hoping we're eventually going to do the right thing. So VQ mismatch. V, what does it mean? Ventilation. Q, what does it mean? Perfusion. I know, it's fucking hard. The Q actually is a symbol that physiologists use for blood flow. So it actually comes from the quantity of flow. That's what it's for. In pulmonary physiology, P was already taken for pressure. So we had to use another letter, so Q it is. So that's all it means, V and Q, ventilation and perfusion. It's that ratio that we're looking at. V is air, Q is blood flow, that's it. The entire respiratory system boils down to one simple question. Does air and blood meet? Air plus blood is gas exchange. So the lungs provide a place for air and blood to meet. That's their whole job. If blood and air meet, good. If they don't, bad. Every single respiratory emergency you've ever run is some version of air and blood failing to meet. Whether it's asthma, COPD, a PE, pneumonia, drowning, whatever, all of them. So we'll go over normal first. Air is entering the alveolus and blood is flowing through the capillary. Oxygen is moving into the blood and CO2 is moving into the alveolus. Everyone showed up for work. Life is good. The air found blood, the blood found air. We're satting well, great. So now we have two sides of the spectrum here. We'll move towards shunt. Okay, we'll move towards the shunt physiology side. So now things are starting to get screwed up. The alveolus is partially filled with some fluid. Blood is arriving, but we have a reduction on the V side. So examples of this would be your early pneumonia or pulmonary edema. We have some airflow, good blood flow. Gas exchange is still able to happen, but not as well. And there's this mismatch because of the V side. The V and Q are no longer matched up, right? That's what the mismatch means. Now, complete shunt, no air at all. The alveolus is completely saturated and shut. Blood is still flowing, but the air never arrives. This is called shunt because the blood is entering, but it's bypassing the oxygen, basically taking a little shortcut since V is shut down. This is your severe pulmonary edema. The blood's good. There's no air. In shunt, the alveolus is full of crap, whether it's fluid or pus, blood, vomit and Jack Daniels, collapse, whatever. No air is reaching the alveolus, so oxygen cranked up to 100% on your non-breather is not going to do any better than room air. This is why in severe shunt physiology, we need PEEP more than just oxygen. So if we go this side now, if we go towards dead space, in this mismatch, we have a healthy little alveolus here, and we have some reduced blood flow. I drew it a little more constricted over here. So now we're heading in the opposite direction, but still a problem creating an oxygenation issue. Air is showing up, but the blood is not, or at least not as well. Okay, this low flow state, would be like our shocked patients, our low cardiac output patients, maybe even a small PE. So air's good, blood's reduced. Again, just like over here, gas exchange is still happening, but just not enough. So again, VQ mismatch. But this time, it's on the Q side or the flow side. And the last one, dead space. Alveolus, going strong. No blood flow at all. Uh-oh, we've reached dead space. The oxygen is there, but the Uber was not there to pick it up. So why is it called dead space? The alveolus is physically there. It's occupying space, but it's contributing nothing. From a gas exchange standpoint, it's basically dead. This is going to be your massive PE patient, your cardiac arrest patient, extreme shock patient, air good, absolute no flow. Respiratory failure isn't just usually an oxygen problem. It's a meeting problem. Air and blood stop showing up at the same place at the same time. Everything we do is an attempt to force that meeting happening and get to normal. All right. Once we understand where the patient sits on this spectrum, we'll understand why they're sick and what they actually need. You got to find the mismatch, fix the mismatch, save the patient. So hope that helped a little bit. Keep learning, keep training, and remember not to eat too many hospital snacks.